With all these mass shootings in the news, I'm thinking about getting a gun. Don't worry, I'm a good guy. On social media, I kept seeing the same question pop up over and over. During these mass shootings, where was the mythical good guy with a gun to stop the bad guy with a gun? It's a question worth asking, but first we have to get our definition straight. In order to be a good guy with a gun, you need to be both a good guy and with a gun. Nowadays, you can only be a good guy if you support the right political candidates. I get that. But when we're talking about mass shootings, we're gonna have to lower the good guy standard. How about this? Whoever isn't the homicidal maniac intent on murdering innocent people, that's the good guy. I don't care whether they're for or against plastic straws. So according to that definition, there were lots of good guys around. But how many of those good guys were with a gun? I don't know. It's possible that none of them were armed. So what you have are a lot of good guys with no guns, which in those terrible situations is not good. To be fair, most of the people asking about the good guy with a gun aren't doing so in good faith. They're only bringing it up because they think it's bullshit. But there have been quite a few events where good guys with guns stopped bad guys. Eugene Volokh put together a list of them for the Washington Post, and David French at National Review did the same. A good faith discussion about mass shootings would take into account the times a good guy with a gun came to the rescue and compare those examples to environments where good guys don't carry guns. What would that discussion look like? I don't know. I've yet to see one. Often the same people asking, where was the good guy with a gun, will say, even if there was a good guy with a gun, he'd probably have a handgun, which is no match for the kind of firepower these mass shooters use. Well, my instincts tell me if I'm ever confronted by a gunman with an assault weapon, any gun is better than no gun. F it, I'll even take a water pistol. JK, no, I want a real gun. Because you do realize the guns aren't fighting each other, right? The handgun is not going up against the assault weapon. The handgun is going up against the shooter. Take out the shooter, and his big scary gun is useless. Not to mention, statistically speaking, handguns run the homicide game. In well-trained hands, they get the job done. Now, I'm not saying a gun is always the answer to life's problems. But if some madman opens fire on a crowd of innocent people or is about to, I hope at least one of those victims is armed. Where my CCWs at? No, really. Who here is a concealed carrier? Because I can't tell. Your weapons are concealed. But what happens when the police show up and find 2 active shooters? Then what? How do they know who's the good guy? It's amazing the hypotheticals that pop up in these conversations. How about this hypothetical? Guy with a rifle walks into Walmart and starts shooting people. Remember, this hypothetical actually happened. So, we have a mass shooter and a potential good guy with a gun. What should the good guy with a gun do? Should he try to shoot the mass murderer? Or keep his gun holstered? Or, to hell with it, should he just throw his gun away entirely so that when the cops eventually arrive on the scene, they don't confuse him with the active shooter? Full disclosure, I'm a coward, man. I know I talk a big game from the safety of my studio, but the closest I've come to death recently is dealing with some spotty Wi-Fi. But I am brave enough to face this harsh reality. Mass shootings will happen. Unfortunately, the monsters are out there, and they're armed, and they wish to do others immeasurable, irreparable harm. I wish my posts on social media could stop them. But alas, a good guy with a gun will probably have to do the job for me. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to click the little bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you want to support us, check out our website, wetheinternet.tv.